Hey guys, welcome back to another little critical look at a game I played recently. This one is me playing Dazzle and playing with a couple buddies of mine. A guy on Ursa and another guy on Dying. Fortunately, Dazzle Ursa is just a fantastic combo to begin with, and this guy knew what he was doing. He knows how to play Ursa, and they only sent a Veno against us to begin with. Yeah, and then Timbersaw joins us. So here I am stacking, because I know Ursa's going to be fine. In all honesty, I guess they could have been a bit more aggressive, but it's really scary against an Ursa Dazzle because, you know, you mess up just once and it's done. You're done. But Ursa picked up a Orb of Venom, right thing to do. And so we're just putting on the pressure, right? Making them use all their consumables, making them work through their mana just defensively. And as you can see there, it pays off. Ursa's fantastic Ursa's one of the only heroes who can really go toe to toe with a Timbersaw in lane early on because of those Fury swipes. You know, any other right-clicky harassment, you know, just doesn't really do much to the Timbersaw because of that armor gain from his skill, from his third skill. So yeah, this was a fantastic matchup, and here I am just keeping him safe, letting him farm confidently. And I knew I didn't really need a poison touch because he has the Orb of Venom, so I'm just gonna put all my points into more defensive abilities. And this guy was just so ballsy, just diving all day. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, this game. Now, as you can see, I was bringing a courier. Fortunately, my micro was better. I realized that I didn't want the courier to dive under the tower, so now I'm just going to bring the courier through the woods. I know mid is mid, so there's no real chance of it being picked off. Ursa's just doing his thing, and yeah. Easy dives under the tower, or behind the tower even. And yeah. Pick up some more wards, place those. I think I hold onto these wards a bit too long though, but I know their Shadow Fiend isn't going to rotate too early. Most Shadow Fiends don't rotate very early because they need that first 5 minutes at least, or even like first 7 or 8 minutes to get to the point where they can have enough souls and like some boots and stuff, and maybe a bottle so that they can actually rotate and gank. Shadow Fiend's not much of a ganker. Yeah, bottom lane totally won their lane too. It was awesome. I didn't watch them, but they were on the ball. Sorry, morning voice. Just things get really deep in the morning, if you know what I mean. Alright. Yeah. I think we're going to go back to the lane now. Just finishing off some jungle stuff. As you can see, Veno and Timber still very cautious. And I'm going to now pick up a medallion. Medallion's super strong, guys. And you can... it transitions really well into a Crimson Guard. All you need is a... all you need is the evasion amulet or something. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that 1800, and then it turns into a Crimson Guard, which is fantastic. So, medallion, I didn't need boots. I wasn't worried about getting ganked at all, so boots are completely unnecessary. And Ursa's getting like super farmed at this point. Let's look at Ursa. Yeah, so he's doing quite well. Right under the Shadow Fiend, as you can see. So their Shadow Fiend was actually... he was doing pretty well, but if your lanes aren't winning as a Shadow Fiend, then it makes things really tough down the road. Let's see how this Undying's doing. Yeah, that Tombstone, so good. So this was an all random match, in case you were wondering. This was an all random match, and we got so lucky with the randoms. Yeah, what can I say? when you play all random, you know it's not going to be a totally serious game, and people don't take it that seriously. That's what I like about all random and stuff. It's not so serious. You just play for fun, and you play with what you're given, and it's a learning experience. You do the best with what you got, and it's really a test of your ability to adapt and play as a team, because Dota, obviously, very much a team game, but when you have a hodgepodge of random heroes, you kind of gotta think of new ways to work as a team. It looks like everyone was missing at this point. Do have one ward down, and ideally I'd put a ward down bottom, but like I said, Shadow Fiend not rotating at all. He's just farming. Probably an oversight on his part. Their Shadow Fiend was just obsessed with farm. See, now he even gets boots, but I think he's just going straight for Shadow Blade. And who rotated bottom? Oh, that was... Oh, so I guess, yeah, Veno rotated bottom. We didn't call that missing. Well, we may have called it missing in Mike. But they get on the board finally. Let's go back to me. Still farming. What am I building now? Oh yeah, I'm gonna build arcane boots next. Really need that mana, so to speak. But the medallion, again, great investment, because not only reduces armor and yada yada yada, but increases mana regen as well. I'm gonna rotate bottom, but they pretty much have it in the bag already. So we're just gonna push the tower a bit. And Ursa wanted to come. Where's... Oh yeah, Ursa... Did he smoke? Yeah, he smoked. He wanted to go Roche. He's level 8, so yeah. It's about time to do Roche anyway. Looking at the net worth, Shadow Fiend is pulling way ahead, but the rest of his team are completely out of the game as far as net worth goes. Like, I'm even beating... You know, I'm not even last place, but their alchemist is not even up there. Like, yeah. So this is gonna be a nice quick Roche, especially with that medallion. Again, medallion, awesome item. Makes this really quick Roche, and yeah. Oh, grab this. Can't let him get that. Yeah. Easy kill. So at this point, I still have possibility of getting back in here. Using the armor reduction on the timber, fantastic. The whole armor combo with against like a timber saw, with the Dazzle is just fantastic. But there's not much I can do here for the Naga. No mana. So this is where I really need arcane boots. If I had arcane boots at this point, I probably could have saved Naga, and we probably could have killed those two, but who knows. So you know what? Stupidly, I'm like, I still have mana for one spell. Let me come back in here. Use the armor. Okay, the armor was a good choice. And I think, do I die here? I forget. Yeah, that... No. The alchemist done. Yeah. Undying was fine, I should have just left. But... So Shadow Fiend is building a Shadow Blade. Still not a real threat at this point. He's still farming. And you know, Shadow Fiend is really a mid-game hero. So in about 5 minutes, he should kind of hit his stride, and that's when he should have his... I mean, he should have his Shadow Blade earlier. Here we go. Ursa taking up that stack I made. Undying, what's he doing? Building into magic resistance. Yeah, the regen's good. For sure. They do have quite a bit of magic damage through the Gale, the Nova, Jakiro, Shadow Fiend. Yeah, no, it's a good choice. It's a good choice. I don't know. I personally would have gone like mana boots first on Undying. I'm just a big fan of having mana, but we do have a Coddle, so he may have realized, you know, he's laning with a Coddle. Doesn't really need mana boots right off the bat, so good choice. Here we go. I knew the Shadow Fiend was coming. I saw him grab that and grab bottom rune. Undying. Oh, see, I tried to get in range for the Undying Shallow Grave. Couldn't quite get it. It's only level 2. Gotta get this. All right. Good Shallow Grave. Good Shallow Grave. Don't know if it's enough. No. The Acid Spray. All right. That's fine. Ursa's still gonna do his thing. He's got a blink already. Yeah. And he's still got the Aegis, so I think he's gonna be okay. Yeah, they knew they couldn't take him. Alright. Oh, no, they're still going for him. That's right. They were like, oh, I think we can kill him, and no. He just rips them apart. Of course, I gotta come down here. Gotta come down here and save him, save him. So, unless you have like a level 3 or 4 Shallow Grave, always go for the Shadow Wave first. It's got a higher range, then you can grave him after. Shred Switch. Okay, nice. Still in the game. Ursa still being ballsy as hell. Don't have Shallow Grave up yet. Doesn't matter. And then Timbersaw. Timbersaw thinking he can still play with the big boys. No, that's not gonna happen. 13 minutes in. Ursa now top of the net worth charts, and they're alchemists, of course, with the Grievous Screeds coming back a little bit. And it's just a matter of actually team fighting now, because we have much better team fight than they do. We've got the Shadow Weave, or just Weave. Shadow Wave, Weave. We've got the Weave, we've got the Coddle Blast, we've got Naga Ultimate, we got Nets, we got, of course we have Tombstone. Yeah. Much better team fight on our behalf, and I think we realized this, whether we communicated about it or not. We realized this, and we knew we had to kind of stick together as a team. So next, yeah, the next logical thing was just to straight pick up a Crimson Guard. Super useful, super useful. Ursa's still doing his thing. So I'm just going to join Ursa down here. Mid, I'm not too worried about, especially against, like, Naga. She can just song and get out of there. So we're just going to push bottom, put that pressure on. And Ursa is really pulling ahead, and he's going to go for his Desolator next. Desolator, another great value item. Only costs like 4,300 gold? 38. No, not even. 30, 32. Oh, wow. So 4,100 gold just for Desolator. That's good. Of course, here comes the Ursa. Yada, yada, yada. I've got my Poison Touch now. So, yeah. Things are looking fine. And now we can push this mid tower down. No problem. Shadow Fiend. Still doing his own thing. Yeah, I guess he realizes he really can't team fight, but they kind of got shitty randoms. Jakiro, I'm not a big fan of Jakiro. He's kind of fragile, and I wish they would change his cast mechanic, because it takes him so damn long to cast anything of his. Like, if they could cut his cast time in like half, he would be so much more viable. But to like actually land your ice path or breathe fire, it just takes so much planning and skill, which I don't have. But and Ursa just sees the alchemist, jumps up there, rips him apart, no problem. That's why it's good to have vision. Buy wards, folks. Be a good guy and buy wards. Yeah. Coddle going up dagging. He just went straight boots into dagging. That's funny. What's Undying at now? Okay, he's got his. He's going blade mail. Great item, especially against a lot of the burst they have. Well, they have a bit of burst, but good against like the Shadow Fiend, I guess. The Shadow Fiend is the biggest issue at this point. So blade mail is a good idea. Bad Shallow Grave. I don't know why I used Shallow Grave there. I think I just panicked. I should have just held out for a bit longer. And now Shallow Grave's on cooldown. Of course, Ursa still diving, being ballsy. And yeah, Shadow Blade. So. So these guys are yelling for them to report SF, but SF is just doing the best he can. This is, you know, team fighting is not his thing. Like, see, Ursa's just so like strong at this point that does nothing. Yeah. It doesn't help when you can't also speak to your teammates in the same language. I have nothing against people speaking different languages, but it is pretty inconvenient when you sign up, when you queue up for like US East, and then you put and then on top of that you put your language preference as English, and then it matches you up with non-English speakers. Little frustrating. But if you can ping and you can get the point across, I have no issues. Just don't rage in your mother tongue and expect me to understand it. It is what it is. I'll just say random shit too, and that'll be that. So at this point, we're just we're just pushing our luck, and we're not done. Let's go back to me. So when you're so close to team fights like this as a Dazzle, unless you can expect to get a lot of the enemy in a weave, you just pretty much want to be spamming weave on your own guys. Yeah, good Shallow Grave by me, and here's the Crimson Guard. Finally have the Crimson Guard. I think I got it a few minutes ago. Super handy. I should have used the Crimson. No, he had poison on him. I was about to say I should have used the Crimson Guard on the Undying, but I think he was Galed. Anyway, gonna pick up a gem. I probably didn't need to spend money on a gem. I really doubt that they were warding at all. Actually, let's see if they were warding. No, they didn't have any wards. I really just got the gem for the Shadow Fiend, because he's the only one at this point who could actually influence a fight. What level is Shadow Fiend? Oh, I can't even see Shadow Fiend. 13. He's level 13, so he's got level 2 ulti, but yeah, at this point, Shadow Fiend would be a game changer if he got like a if they had a Darkseer and they vacuumed us into like a stun, and then he, you know, did his ultimate in the middle of us. It would be a different story, but the Requiem needs to be like right on point. So that's why I got the gem, just a value gem. At this point, yeah, they don't want us to. They just want us to push an end, and I guess if I were in their position, I'd want them to push an end too. Want us to push an end too. Yeah. DD on Ursa. Some scary shit. So Alec is farming in our jungle because that's the only safe place for him to. It's pretty cute. This timber saw. I wonder if he... it's hard to say with all randoms, but I get the sense that he doesn't play timber saw a lot. He didn't seem to... well, he was up against a pretty shitty combo, Ursa Dazzle. Yeah. So when at the moment I'll be releasing this video, I guess it'll be, I'm recording this like way ahead of time, because I'm going away to Montreal. I will have gone away. Oh, this is so weird. It's like time traveling for YouTube. I will have gone away by the time you see this to Montreal for a few days, just like a little vacation for my girlfriend and I, kind of like birthday presents to each other because our birthdays are near each other, Blade Mail Requiem, yeah, we just want to have a good time. We have a bucket list, kind of like a bucket list for the summer, and we're almost done. We have like a couple trips we still need to do, and we need to try salsa dancing, and that's what's left on our list. So yeah, we're going to Montreal. We will have gone to Montreal when you see this. Hopefully it was a great time. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like, we had an awesome time and it was a lot of fun. I've been to Montreal before, and we're staying in an area of the town which I've visited before. It's a good time. Yeah, we're just gonna eat a lot, just pig out on different restaurants. We're going to bike around, bringing our bikes. Yeah, it should be a good time. Staying at a bed and breakfast. We rented like a small suite. It's got like a big jacuzzi and stuff, so that should be fun. Anyway, back to the game. Timbersaw just kind of feeding at this point. Net worth charts looking amazing for our team. I'm even above the alchemist, who has just been farming this whole time. And yeah, Ursa's just gonna sack up, and we're gonna do this. Yeah. So here I'll be using my Crimson Guard a lot, you'll see. Just to give like Ursa a bit more survivability. I use Crimson Guard a bit more defensively, which is great. You have that option to use it defensively or offensively. There was a bit of miscommunication. I didn't realize Ursa was diving the fountain. But don't worry, we will dive the fountain again. This is a really fun game. And I didn't have the intention of actually recording this. Jesus, he two-hit that timber saw. See? Crimson Guard. Super useful. Super useful. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this game. I wasn't originally intending... Oops. I wasn't originally intending on recording this game. This was just like, I just wanted to play for fun with some of my subscribers and have a good time. And then it turned out to be like a friggin' wicked game, and it's not too long, so I thought I'd turn it into one of those full game critiques. And I could have done a few things differently, but I think I played a pretty decent Dazzle game. Honestly, Dazzle is probably one of my favorite characters. And Dazzle is an amazingly strong character too. He's so useful. So you can do so much. He's such a good, well, team fight obviously, but he has the potential to really turn team fights with like a really good shallow grave, and like a shadow weave, and then a weave. You know, it's fantastic. He's got good team prep too with the weave. Yeah, I just picked up a Dagon just for shits and giggles. But yeah. Did Cottle get an Aghanims? By the way, guys, Aghanims, always working towards it now. By the way, Aghanims on Coddle, guys, is fantastic because I don't know if you know this, but Aghanims obviously gives them that permanent spirit form. But if you have Aghanims on Coddle, then your team fight is insane because if you fight during the day and you get hit by the Coddle Blast, it does damage to the enemies, of course. But the Coddle Blast will actually heal allies as well for that full amount of damage. So like, it'll deal 400 damage to the enemy, and then it'll heal everyone in its wake by 400. So it's like, that's a difference of like 800 health, you know, not taking into consideration any magic resistance. Yeah, fantastic. Grabs his, yeah. Oh, will we see it here? No, no one's gonna get in the way. Oh, yeah, he's gonna get it. Yeah, heal. There you go. 500. Oh, maybe get healed more. Do you get healed more? Can we go back a little bit? No, no. Go back and see. Yeah, heals allies for the same amount. Hold on, let's pause this. Heals allies for the same amount as its damage values. Okay. Alright, now that makes sense. Thanks for watching, guys. Fun game. Hope you enjoyed watching it. At least it wasn't an hour long, am I right? Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. And until next time, you guys stay chill, stay frosty. And I will see you later.